I'm waiting for the guy that wants to criticize the way I dress. I think I've worn this sweatshirt now 6 out of the last 7 videos. You know why? Because I keep it on my chair over there. So when I'm cold, I put it on. I never leave the house, so it doesn't matter, right? I also wear a hat that I got for free from my daughter went to a Sweet 16 and brought this hat back. This is my hat now. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about $400,000 losses in Tesla short. Now, you guys remember the Jew and the Brown Man show that I was doing with Sanglucci? I just got done reading some of his texts, and I appreciate a guy that talks about his losses. But the funny thing is about him, that's all he talks about. So Sanglucci, what's up, bro? So the other day you were talking about how you took a $200,000 hit trying to short the market. The other day you were talking about how you got annihilated trying to short Microsoft. And now you said you took a $400,000 loss shorting Tesla. What I want to know is, what do you do for a living? Are you a drug dealer? Do you sell like ivory tusks in the Sierra Madre? What do you do for money if you're throwing out $250,000 here, another 200,000 there? So I don't really read too many things on Twitter anymore because most of it's annoying. I don't watch the news anymore because that's generally the worst thing you could do to your life is watching the news. I know I don't trade. I'm a fart in the wind, but I got guys that their lives are being changed from my ideas. So maybe I can help you. I mean, obviously, according to your last 3 tweets, you've gone through close to $800,000. I don't have $800,000 liquid. I mean, I probably could put it together, but I'd have to move around a couple of things. But if you've got that kind of money and you're willing to just throw it away because you think shorting Microsoft and shorting Tesla is a good idea now, obviously you've made money trading somewhere. Who in their right mind, seriously, and I'm not criticizing Sanglucci in particular, but am I the only one that can embrace the horror? I mean, since 2012, there has to, you know, the market's disconnected from reality. So that equation equals anything can happen. So the only thing you could base the Tesla move on was what have we seen in the past. And the only thing we can make that a similarity to is some of the B2B stocks, CMRC, broadcast.com. These were $80 stocks that broke 120, and you're thinking that's amazing move. And then next thing you know, they're 250, then 300, then 400, then 500, then 800. Really, there was only a few of them to choose from. But now that we had one that was very similar to what we're obviously in the same environment where everyone's chasing performance, whether you call it the fear of missing out, I don't think it's the fear of missing out anymore, because you want to know something? You missed out. There's no more fear. You already missed. We've been going up for 12 straight years. You shouldn't have the fear of missing out. You should have the acceptance that you have missed out. You are sitting on the sidelines and you're never getting in. So if you have the fear of missing out, you know what? Stay on the sidelines. Be afraid. Sometime April 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, or possibly around that time, we're going to have a sell-off of at least 3%. So if you're not afraid to get in, when the Dow hits 33,000 on March 31st, April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I think we're going to give back like 3 or 4%. So there's your buying opportunity. But you might as well buy now, because if you didn't hear the first part of that, we're going to be at 33,000 by the time we get to April. So again, I'm sticking with my scenario that we're not going to see any selling in the market until it's time to pay taxes. So if you're sitting there and you got 250,000 tax bill, tax bill that you're going to have to pay. Tax, the president. Oh, you guys don't even know what I'm talking about now. The president announced radical tax cuts. The tax cuts will come into play in a radical situation. You ever hear Tom Brokaw trying to say tax cuts? Tax cuts. Tax cuts. The Achilles laurel. Leonard Klinghoffer got thrown off the Achilles laurel. And the tax cuts. Anyway, if you got that money to burn, I got 4 guys that will be more than happy to lose it for you. And I'll promise you that if you give my 4 guys $50,000 each, we will not allow them to lose more than $5,000 in any year. So you've blown through $800,000, and according to Twitter, over the last 3 or 4 months. Now, obviously, you must be sitting on some major cash. Let's just assume you're a cocaine dealer, money laundering psychopath that just likes to blow their money in the market. Or maybe you're just pretending to lose that money and you're trading someone on the other side is laundering the money, which could be the idea. I mean, that's how you can launder money. You have somebody on an offshore account taking the other side of your trade. He's making all the money while you're officially losing it here in America, but he's making it in the Bahamas, but that's your account anyway. So in theory, you're just laundering money. We don't know what the true story is. But if you're saying you lost $800,000, can I volunteer? Can I volunteer to trade one of your accounts? Not me personally, but I will have one of the guys that I've trained. And here's some of our positions. We're in Microsoft long because I don't exactly understand what you could be thinking if you're short in Microsoft right now. The stock breaks out. You had one pause. That was because that was the day that we were supposed to be all dying from SARS, and the stock pulled back to about 180. Only up 9 points. You got 11 more points to go. And then after it breaks 200, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to tell you that Microsoft will be $250 probably 8 to 12 months from now. And there's really no reason, even if I'm wrong about that call, don't short it. The most Microsoft's ever going back to maybe is 175. So you've got unlimited potential to the upside with possibly a 14-point pullback. Now, let's say 10%, right? 10% off the top. Let's go batshit insane and say we get 20% off the top. So 10% would be 18 points off $189 stock. You do the math. Let's call it 20 points just to make it easy, 179, 169. So maybe Microsoft can pull back to, I don't know, 165 if the market starts crashing right now. But it's not, because we don't and we won't. So again, take it from me, Your Highness, right? I'm so good, right? I'm the best at this. My problem is I don't really have any true massive amounts of money except for space. And when space is at $125, I'm never going to have to trade ever again. Legitimately, I will. If space goes to 100 in the next year and a half, I will never, ever place another trade ever again. You heard it here. I will never. I will just be, every time I need money, I will be cashing out of some space. So I got to buy something out, cash some space, buy some space, sell some space, and the QQQ. So QQQ and space, right? Again, I would still choose QQQ. If you want to own a stock for the rest of your life, I still go with the Qs. It's only the best 100 stocks on the planet and never stops going up, ever. The Qs first, diamond second. I'd rather still own the Qs. But space broke out, finally got through to 20, close to 21. Where do you think it's going to go? You think it's going to miraculously just turn around and go down tomorrow? Why would it? Just like the market. Why would it go down? Just because you think it's going to go down? Why would it go down? Just because it went up for another 6.5 straight weeks with only 2 down days? Why? Does that mean something? Why does that mean something? Am I the only one that's accepted that the market is disconnected from reality and that's the way it is? Am I the only one who doesn't even care about the economy? The economy is not as good as you think it is, okay? I still got those 3 friends still unemployed. MBA, can't find a job, right? Salesman, can't find a job. And he's a salesman, can't even find a job. Sales guy should be able to find a job anywhere. Well, maybe he doesn't want a job. Who knows? My third friend, he can't get the job that he wants. He used to be an analyst. Now he can't get an analyst job. He doesn't want to take any other job. So I know 3 people that have been unemployed for like 4 years at this point. You know, one guy had another kid, so he's never going back to work. His wife's taking care of him, so he's all right. And I'm pretty sure if I went to find a job, I would not be able to find a job other than maybe working at Carvel or a sneaker store. My last real job is working at, I worked at a Carvel and a Baskin Robbins and a sneaker store for a while. That's probably where I'd end up. Or working at Costco or, somewhere in the mall. Just in some retail job, waiting to kill myself every day. Anyway, hopefully that never happens. But seriously, if you're out there with $800,000 to burn, I want to volunteer. Give 2 of my guys 50 grand with 10% drawdowns. All right. If they lose more than 5 grand, we cut them off. You call me an asshole, and we call it a day. But considering you've gone through 800 grand, what's 10 grand? Well, let's go with 3 people, the magic number. One guy could just be a complete schmuck. The other guy might be just unlucky. But you give me 3 guys that trade my trades every day, I guarantee you one of those guys will turn out to be a juggernaut, a great trader, a phenomenal trader, an awesome trader. So one guy will probably just suck because he won't listen to me and he'll think that he knows more than I will, and he'll put trades in the account unauthorized and he'll lose the money and we'll have to fire him, and then we'll go to his house and kick the living shit out of him. One guy will probably just be unlucky. He'll be the one where he takes the 80% trades and he's always that 20% guy and he just keeps losing. And then the other guy will make up for those other 2 guys. So give me 3 guys. So 150 grand is what I'm asking for. And again, you just lost $800,000 shorting Microsoft, Tesla, and the market. So obviously you're looking to take some risk. So give me the money. I'll put it into the hands of my guys who will then trade my ideas, which work pretty good. And let me tell you, today sucked. Today sucked beyond sucking. Today was the suckiest, suck day. You know how much money I made today? Oh, you hear that? Today was the suckiest, sucking day there was. I came out ahead $1.08. I took the RAD. We had the RAD breaking out. Remember RAD? Haven't traded RAD in weeks, but there it was, breaking. What was it? $14. We're loving it. RAD breaking the 14. Woohoo! We're buying more at 14.11. Yeah, 14.12. Woohoo! Next thing you know, 14.35, 14.40 gets up to the 14. I don't think it hit 14.50. I don't remember seeing it at 14.50, but apparently it looks like it did. Did it really hit 14.50? Because we didn't sell it near 14.50. We wound up selling it on the way back down, like 14.30, 14.25. Anyway, we made money on the trade, but then on the pullback, we said, hey, why don't we buy some options? Let's take the money that we made and set it on fire. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, let's do something here that works 80 to 90% of the time. And let's take that money and put it somewhere where we maybe make money 25% of the time, if that. 80 to 90% of the time here, 20% of the time here. 80, 20, 80, 20, 80, 20. You would think the choice would be pretty logical. But there we were again. Oh, this RAD. Oh, well, if it breaks 14.50, we're going to hold it overnight. Yeah. So now I need RAD not only to go back to 14.50, but I've got myself some February $21 calls. So February 21st, 15.50s that basically... Where the hell's my trade? Because I know I paid more than that. Did I buy the wrong contracts? Hang on a second. February. Oh, they were 60 cents. My bad. I thought they were $1.60. I bought the February 15s for 60 cents. right? And then we sold the ones that expire on Fridays, a little vertical calendar call spread, if you will. We sold the 16s. Nope. It was the 1650, so $1.50, right? For just a dime. So hedging. And I know we're not talking about a lot of money, but I just want to tell you one thing. Every time, and if you come to our room and you know what I do, of course Tesla was one of my best calls in the history of my life. I'm never going to get another one like that. You're never going to see a 40 bagger, and you're certainly not going to see, I don't know if you guys know about the whole story of the $800 call, right? Now, again, I can't testify to this because I wasn't paying attention because I was trading higher strike prices. Apparently, Monday morning, if you felt really, really excited and you thought Tesla was going, okay, I believe it was Monday morning. You could probably back test and go look at the options. The only thing is they expired. It was Monday morning, so we got to go 5 days ago, right? Bing, 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 bing. Monday. Pop, 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 pop. What was Monday last Monday? The 5th, 7th, the 3rd? Monday the 3rd. Let's take a look. Monday the 3rd. Couldn't have been Monday the 3rd. No, it was Monday the 3rd. Let's take a look. Hang on. Shh. Wait for it. It's good. Monday the 3rd. There she blows. Monday the freaking 3rd. Here we go. Yes. Monday the 3rd. Shh. Wait for it. Because I read this somewhere. I want to see. I haven't checked it on the screen yet. Seems pretty accurate. Now, this is what I love about the whole thing. Monday the 3rd. It was Monday the 3rd. Or maybe it was Friday at the close for Monday the 3rd. But Monday the 3rd, Tesla opens up at whopping 678, up another 30 points. And in that moment, if you decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and buy myself the $800 call. Remember, the stock had not gone fully parabolic yet, so those option prices were still reasonably priced. So if you're buying a stock here, again, this is from beginning to end, from beginning to end to beginning. 676, the stock is at, right? You could have bought the $800 calls for Friday, 5 days away. You're looking for a 130 point move you needed. Again, lotto ticket, yes. Hindsight, genius idea. $800 calls Monday morning, you could have gone up for 25 cents. At one point, those $800 calls, no less than 24, 48. We're talking about what? We're talking about close to 48 hours later, well, really 36 hours later, they were at 200. So I don't know if anybody's had a double or a triple or a quadruple or a 10 bagger or a 20 bagger. That's an 80 bagger. Sorry, wait a second. Did I say 80 bagger? It's an 800 bagger. Think about it. You bought these options at a quarter, and was it that day? Oh, no, it was 2 days later. They're sitting at 200 a contract. So remember, let's say you just decide I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna buy $250 worth. 250, 10 contracts at 25 cents, right? 10 contracts at 25 cents, 250 bucks. Right? At 200 a contract. Think about it. Are you letting that one sink in? Are you letting that one sink in? Is it sunk in? 25 cents. Are you not doing the math along with me? 25 cents, 10 contracts. Now you got 10 contracts, right? At 25. So you know the multiplier is 100, right? Times 0.25, right? So you multiply 100. So, sorry. What the hell am I thinking? Wow, it's even more than I thought. No, I'm right. For a second, I was like, wait a second. I've been doing this my whole life. I can't still do the simple math in my head because I'm freaking I definitely have some sort of syndrome. $250 for 10 contracts, right? So now you got $200 for each contract. That's 800 times your money. And you want to hear the sickest part? On Friday, they expired worthless. So if you put 250 bucks in Monday morning at the open, and for some reason you thought, 965 is good, and it got to the 200 and hit the 200, you said, all right, just coming out of your coma, you just happen to say, wait a second, is that 200 a contract? And you decide to sell your 10 contracts. Right? You following along? Your 250 bucks was worth 200K. 250 bucks. What you can go out for a family dinner and some drinks and maybe some light entertainment. 36 hours later was worth close to $250,000. And then 24 hours after that, worth absolutely nothing. Boom. I just find that to be absolutely just flabbergasting. So what I want you to do now, right? What I want you to do, like I was saying before, let that sink in, right? You just had there was an option trade out there. And again, the one that I had is sickening enough. You know, I went out there, I had some long-term goal. When Tesla broke back over 325, I bought a 385. I bought one contract, I believe it was 875, and then I bought another contract at 1250. And then I was still like, and I had 3 contracts. I remember my cost average was about 11. By expiration, because it was in the midst of this parabolic move, mine, it was only 37 times your money, and I was upset. Do you know how rare what we saw in Tesla is? I will go out on a limb and say you'll never see it ever again. Maybe 20 years from now, because we haven't seen it in 20 years. You might now go 20 years without seeing something like that happen. There has been one that was comparable. All right. I don't have my calculator here, but the only one that was comparable, I told you guys about it. The day that Facebook was priced as an IPO, the day they priced what they thought the valuation of Facebook was prior to the pricing of the stock, they were just kind of valuating it so they could start feeling out what they should bring the IPO out at. And once they valued Facebook, it sent ripples through the internet stocks and anything social media and every stock just took off. We were in an option on Cena at 20 cents. It was like 3 points out of the money, but the market was ripping so much that we gave it a shot at 20 cents. Next thing you know, woo, 40 cents. Woo, 80 cents. Boom, $2. I remember selling at 40. I remember being at 20 cents, selling at 40, 80, 120. And I remember selling some of the contracts at $2, thinking, well, obviously I was thinking, damn, I wish I held the whole thing, but thinking I just made, I have 2 contracts left, whatever, $80, right? So 2 contracts at 20 cents, sorry, $40 was suddenly worth 400. I mean, that's awesome, right? And then the stock wound up going up, I think about 16 or 17 points after the fact. So I remember at one point the contracts hit 1770. I'll never forget the day. That was the high print. So let's do the math on that one, because that was pretty sick. All right. But I mean, in comparison, that was the sickest thing I had seen up to the day. So 17 divided by 0.20. That's only 85 times your money, which had been the sickest thing I'd have ever seen in my entire life up until last week. 200 times your money. 25 cents to 200 in 2 days. So my point here is fear of missing out. You missed out. You shouldn't have any more fear whatsoever. But what you should be doing now is accepting what this is. This is the greatest moment of wealth creation ever in the history of this country, in the history of this universe, in the history of anything. And everybody's hating on it, including me, sitting here dumbfounded, stupefied, and of course, mortified, because in the greatest bull market, no doubt, of all time, this guy who knows what he's doing, this guy right here, someone who knows what he's doing, and I was involved in the Tesla, this guy right here, Funko and US Steel. Now, I am no longer in Funko because I learned my lesson from the Alibaba and the Yex. You see how it all, one thing leads into the next? This is why I can't understand, Sanglucci. How does somebody who's been in the business almost as long as I allow yourself to blow through $800,000 shorting the market, shorting I think shorting, obviously Tesla, I could understand because it was dumbfounding. You assumed that you were going to get the capitulation. You were going to be able to catch it. But nobody can pick a top except for me. I did it live there at about 9:57.50. I have it live on video. Did short the Tesla at 9:57.50. Granted, I only made 7 points on it, but I was there selling out of my long and shorting the stock. I was there. It's been documented. I have it. I did it. I definitely am. And I still have some of those naked calls left, which one of them jumped 10 points in my face today, but I'm still not scared. I still got 1,100 points to worry about, 1880s. But my point is, I don't know what my point is. My point is, if you want to blow through that money, I'll take some and I will distribute it amongst people that want to learn how to trade the VWAP setup. My point is, at this point, I understand where you're coming from shorting Tesla, but Microsoft, you can't short Microsoft. Microsoft is the market, and the market never goes down. And this is not the first bad beat that he's taken. This is not the first loss he's taken. I myself, I might be a shell of my former self, right? I will be. Actually, I gotta go. I got dinner, and then I actually when I get back from basketball, I'll probably be all right tonight. 8:49. I'll be back before about 10 o'clock. Let me toke up, and I'll be ready for a phone call. What the hell was I saying? Oh, right. Every moment the market's open, my inner voice is saying, holy shit, how could this still be going up? I want to short the market. But I've been beat down so badly and I've lost so much money that my body rejects the idea now to the point where I get almost a physical reaction thinking about shorting the market. Like I get nauseous now because it doesn't work. You can't short the market. And there's about 50 or 60 stocks out there that you just can't short. Tesla and Microsoft being two of the kings. I mean, granted, I'm short Tesla, but 1,100 points away right now. I'm just playing theta burn. But what I can't understand, right, is that what do you trade normally and why can't you see what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a market that never goes down, right? And I'm seeing I'll know when to short the market. When the VIX is going up, when the stocks are actually going down and breaking through multiple time frame VWAPs. And that's it. There it is. That's it. Until we see that, there's really no reason to entertain the thought of shorting. And again, the market, I'm talking about, your top 100 stocks and also Diamond Skew SPYs, right? You want to short something? Take a look at what Costco did today. The one stock that we made money on today shorting. You get a fresh 52-week high. Suddenly it goes below the VWAP, tries to rally, and then it fails to break another new high and then rolls over and breaks that prior low. Now at least you have a glimmer of what it looks like to want to be short. And even in that moment, I'm trying to talk my friend out of him. He's like, no, it's breaking the VWAP and it's breaking that range we're talking about. I'm okay. All right. If you want to short Costco, just make sure you got your stop on. I'll give you 75 cents of wiggle room. If it breaks back over 315.75, you got to cover it because shorting just doesn't work. And it actually worked. Costco short. We actually made money on Costco short today. Now, I'm going to toot my own horn one more time, and I wish I had some sound effects. Not only am I the greatest trader in the world, and it's easy to say everybody right now is probably doing well buying stocks, banging themselves over the head, knocking themselves out, wake up at 359, and the chances you're up. But the fact that one of my calls this year was for a short just shows you how awesome I really am, right? Because U.S. Steel called that, right? I've been calling Funko a short since 2250 because it broke its 9-month VWAP. But here we are again. And I know I don't have many haters on YouTube, and I miss Just Joe. I miss the Korean billionaire who was pretending that he was a great trader. Bang him and leave him. I miss you also. I miss a lot of you guys. I'm assuming that you ran out of cash because you used to make fun of me 7 years ago when I would say the market never goes down. And yeah, I am a has-been So's trader. I'm very proud of that because I really kind of retired 20 years ago. What's up? I do this for fun and for educational purposes only now, right? But damn, even I put some real money to work in the space. Even I put money to work into the Microsoft. And the other day, I went to total cash, and 3 days later, I'm in 8 positions, and they all worked. I mean, I got stopped at a DDD. What the fuck happened to that stock? But this market, that's what's so sick about it. It never goes down, Funko. It never goes down, US Steel. It never goes down. How's that big I working out for you? How's that I stock working out for you? Right? It never goes down. How's that DDD working out for you? It never goes down. How's the 97 pump and dump biotech stocks that you probably got stuck in over the last year and a half? It never goes down. How about all those weed stocks that you're still in thinking that why can't they rally? It never goes down. Why am I still in ExxonMobil? You get my point? The market sucks, but it never goes down. So if you're going to invest, diamonds, Qs, spies, right? Everything else still, except for space and Microsoft, everything's a trade. I mean, I got blown out of Uber today. I was counting the money today. I'm already buying things with how much money I'm going to make on Uber today. And next thing you know, it's rolling over and I'm getting stopped out. And then I'm like, all right, this is just bullshit. I'm going to buy more here. And I get stopped out again. What? And like Twitter, market never goes down. You got a stock that just blew out numbers. You got it gapping down. You know everyone's going to come back into that stock and start buying the shit out of it. No, nope. Out the window. Lost $500 trading that thing on Friday. Awful. So it seems like, and I understand where the hate comes and the confusion, because it still seems that if you buy something, it'll suck. If it's not the Qs, diamonds, or spies, Microsoft, Tesla, Netflix, you get the idea. The 40 or 50 stocks that never go down. I could almost guarantee I'm losing money in this rat. I guarantee you. Absolutely. If you're going to short, you got to be doing it on individual stocks. And those individual stocks have to be so bad. I mean, they have to be so bad. I mean, there's 3 stocks. I mean, I have a pretty big watch list. I mean, obviously, oil and energy stocks all stink. Weed stocks all stink. But really, my core stock that I watch, I used to love that I stock. It's at $3. Why would anybody buy this? Oh, that was a big squeeze on Friday. And where is it now? It's below where it came from, going to zero. US Steel probably going out of business. And then the Funko. I mean, the Funko, this is why investing will never be my thing. You give me the QQQ, I got the top 100 stocks on the planet. That's my thing. Be the Qs. I don't think I've ever felt better than owning a stock than when I own Funko. I buy their products. I see people out the door looking for their products. I love their products. They're everywhere. It's spreading. It's beyond a fad. And the stock goes down every freaking day relentlessly. I thought I'm supposed to buy what I know. I thought Warren Buffett says, buy what you know, buy what you know. Worked for my mom, didn't work for me. My mom bought Kimberly-Clark 10 years ago. She's crushing the world. It's her one stock. She bought what she knew. For me, no, not so much. I'm buying infrastructure on the whole Make America Great Again. I lose 20 grand. I buy Yext because, I don't know, I read great things about the company. Gone. I've had the Qs since the bottom. Forever, pretty much. Cost average around 65. And that's why I start shorting them. Because I keep well, they're not even mine anymore. I had 2. My dad's got the last of the 3. But I'm like hedging my dad's account. Meanwhile, he don't need me to hedge. All the money I have ever shorted, and all the money I've ever shorted on the Qs was like I was sort of kind of protecting my portfolio, and all I've ever done was lose money shorting the Qs. Actually, there is a stock I'm very interested in tomorrow. Work finally breaks out, and they had some sort of negative news at the end of the day. I don't know exactly what the news was, but it's not as negative as you might think, because if it was, the stock would be down some more. I'm not sure why it was down. Something about them not reporting numbers or whatever. But I don't know what the hell Slack is anyway. It's a new way of intra office text messaging. You remember AOL? So I mean, I'm not a fan of any of these. Well, I'm not a fan of most stocks, but that's why I love space so much, and I love the fact that it finally broke out. The whole market is smoke and mirrors and hype. What's better than space? We got Space Force, we got space Star Trek, Star Wars, billionaires going up into space just for fun. You know they own this stock. All right, I gotta go. But this is my plea. All right, Wednesday I'm working on the biggest deal in my entire life. My life might be changed on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I might have the biggest freaking smile on my face. I don't even know I'm going to do it myself. Going out Wednesday, my life is changing if this thing I'm doing works out. So Thursday, I'm going to be in the greatest mood of my life. Well, I might be a little hungover because we're going out partying. If the Wednesday thing happens, I'm going out all night on Wednesday night. Anyway, we'll know more Thursday and Friday. But still, I don't want to lose money. But Sanglucci, if you're out there and you've got $800K, $800,000, do you know how many traders would be dying just for $7,000 of that? Put $7,000 in a prop trading account, get yourself 5 times buying power, boom, you're off to the races. $50,000 realistically, you could fund 10 different traders in a prop trading account. I mean, if you're willing to blow through that kind of cash, help me help you, and I will help other people. So help me help others. So help me help them help you, because I'll have them work for you, and then you don't have to do this at all. So if you got money to burn, shorten this market right now. Give me it. Give me it. Like that guy when Chevy Chase kept going back to the table, right? And he's trying to win money, Vegas vacation. And he keeps putting it in. He keeps borrowing money and putting it on the table and losing all his money, right? What does the dealer finally say to Chevy Chase? He's like, you know what? Why don't you stop right there? Give me half of what you got. I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it even. Because that's what it is. I'm looking. Space, don't sell it. I'm never selling it. Now that we broke 20, if you're dying to take profits, which how else the hell are you going to make money, right? Maybe sell some at $19.95. The stock is going to go to 25. If it breaks 22.50 tomorrow, we're going to 25. If we break 25 on Wednesday, we're going to 30 by Friday. We go to 30 by Friday, we're going to 120 by April 1st. And I'm not even trying to exaggerate. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm with you. Should I keep buying? I bought more today. Does that answer your question? As soon as it broke 20, I bought it. But it's not expensive. It's not expensive because it's not real. It's not real. They send people into space.
No one's even they have a rocket that nobody's going to use. It's not about that. Just like Tesla, right? Oh, it's more than a car company. It's a battery company. It's more than a car company. It's a solar company. It's more than a car company. It's a technology company. It's a fucking car company. And I love it. I get it. Batteries, that. You think space is just a rocket ship company? They got some technology that somebody's going to want. And now we're building Space Force, man. Space Force. Space Force. I don't know if that logo they're going with is the one that they're going with, but I want one. Everyone was making fun of Trump because it looks like the Star Trek Starfleet emblem. That's freaking cool. I want one. Space Force. You don't think Trump owns some of this stock? Of course he does. Space. Space. We're going to space. Once we blow up the Earth, you're going to need Virgin Galactic space rockets so we can all get to the Mars, man. Right? If you don't think that Donald Trump, if you're a Trump fan, if you don't think Trump owns some shares of space, you're nuts. Of course he owns it. Why do you think it's up 2 points today? Space Force. You think I'm kidding right now? I am not kidding right now. Space Force. Space Force. They ain't going to be able to build enough rockets. So anyway, things I got now, I'm still loaded up on the GE stock. And we didn't get the perfect storm. You guys weren't paying attention anyway. I was planning on putting on the biggest trade. What? I guess the Sprint deal just went through. Wow. Wow. It's about time. Finally, I don't got to hear about that Sprint AT&T deal anymore. Enough. Or whatever it is, T-Mobile. Good. Good for you. Get out of my face. I got to be hearing about that for the last 8 years. Space is where it's at. What the hell was I just going to say? Oh, I don't even know what I was going to say. I have no idea. I have no idea. But I got to go. I got to clean up some stuff. Do you have a pick that's going to blow? Well, I don't know what that means. Violently undervalued. Those are such bearish words. You want to pick that blows? It's violently undervalued. Oh, that's what I was going to say. GE. You weren't here for the GE, right? The GE, we needed the perfect storm. There was 8 different factors, and I'll answer. I got one for you. Yeah. The GE call needed the perfect storm, and some jackwad ruined it. The stock was just about to break $13, right? And we were coming in on a Friday. So we needed the market to gap down so GE would gap down with the market because GE is a market stock. We didn't get that. And then most of the reason of why I hate this whole industry are the upgrades and the downgrades. The upgrades and the downgrades. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say I hate GE and I've been wrong about the stock, right? Oh my God, I better make an announcement. I suck. Well, I'm putting an upgrade on GE to go to $11. The stock's at $12.95. I'm upgrading GE to go to $11. The stock's at $12.95. I'm upgrading GE with a target of $11. The stock's at $13. The fact that they made that a news story is why I hate this whole thing. Gordon, whoever the fuck this guy's name is, sorry to curse. So there's headlines everywhere. I walk in, the market's opening up down 175 points. I'm sitting there, awesome. GE is going to be $12.85. We're going to be able to buy those $13 calls for maybe a penny. But no, Gordon Fuckhead upgrades the stock to 11. Why is this worth the time to print into the computer? Why was that even worth putting out there into the cyberspace? If you got, I don't care how much you hate a stock, if you're putting a price target underneath where it's at the time of the announcement, you're officially downgrading it still. I don't care that you're upgrading it, that you thought it could only go to 7, now you think it go to 11. Why do I need to know that? But because this guy was such a bear on GE and he's changing his tune, they had to make it a big news. And you know what the stock did that day? It went down because upgrades and downgrades are scams, especially when you got some bullshit like that. It's not an upgrade. If you're calling for the stock to go lower from where it is, that is a downgrade. That's a sell recommendation, not a buy recommendation. So stupid. So stupid. But if I had to choose one or two stocks that are really, really cheap, INSG, if you can get it at 585, which you might not be able to get it because it just bounced. INSG, I still like this thing. The buyback, the pullbacks are getting bought. The pullbacks continuously get bought. That one's a cheapie that I still kind of like. There's not much because I'm more of a day trader than, your swing trader. But I am going to look at this. It's not a good stock, obviously, but I'm waiting for them to completely destroy it to play a 20% or a 50% bounce. There's an IPO that came out. They sell mattresses. I don't know what kind of mattresses they are. I don't know what kind of company it is, but Casper, right, came out with an IPO. I don't know if there's one of them Sleep Number or mattresses in a box, but there has not been one uptick in the stock for 3 days straight. It came out and has tanked every second, every moment, every minute since the first day. We had this one pop above 1550 where we thought, here we go, let's buy this. Hits 1575, we took some profit. Next thing you know, we got stopped out at 1550. It has not stopped going down. If this thing hits $5,
what?
Oh, you're all back already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you want to hear my wife yell? I've been in here since they left. Where's your mom?
Do something?
I didn't clean up. I cook. I don't clean. Yeah. Anyway, this goes down to 750. Might be interested. Maybe $5. But other than that, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of owning stocks because, other than Space, Microsoft, and the Qs, everything else is just a couple of hundred here, a couple of hundred there. I'd rather be liquid. So on April 1st and 2nd or 3rd or around that time when the market decides to tank, I'm going to have every penny I own shorting everything on earth. So there's going to be a sell-off. It's going to be awesome. And then we'll start readjusting from that point on. But right now, just staying, I got big position in Space, big position in GE, obviously the Qs, I picked up some rad options today, but that's probably going to be a waste of money. But come in, watch what we do intraday. Now, today was one of those days where if you came in, you would probably, wow, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing because there was nothing going on. And that's why, again, I understand why some people hate this bull market because I could not find a trade to do all day. I mean, seriously, all day we had, the rad trade at work, but then we gave it back on the option play. Pinterest looked like it was going to break back out, rolled over and died, got hammered there. Qualcomm sold it a little bit prematurely. I guess that was a decent trade. Space, obviously breaking 20, but I don't consider that a day trade because I just bought more. And then Uber, which, you know, like I said, I'm already counting my chickens. I'm counting the money. I'm thinking 42.50 easy. And, you know, that was it. And then I didn't do another thing all day. And thank you for that. That's a great point. Professional traders know when not to trade. And today was one of those days. I sat here legitimately staring at the screen because I don't give up right away. From 10:45 to basically 3:15, I couldn't find one thing to do. And that's where that not the fear of missing out, because like I said, I will never have the fear of missing out ever. Tesla. There's no more fear. I'm never going to find one like that. And I know it's never going to happen. So I've got no fear of missing out. I have already missed out. But there's nothing to do. And when there's nothing to do, you don't do anything. And that's where not the fear of missing out, the jealousy factor comes into play. This whole thing's psychological, you realize, right? The psychological part of this was that it seems like you're looking at everything. The market's just going up. You're sitting here like, all right, I got to find something to do here. Everything's ripping. And there was just nothing going on because it was just the slow grind up, which is untradeable. You need some sort of movement, not two ticks, two ticks, two ticks, two ticks, two ticks. And next thing you know, the stock's up 40 cents and you just watched it go up 40 cents because you really didn't have a clear-cut entry. Or it was, you know, like work when it broke 25. Yeah, I wanted to buy it, but I'm not. And I didn't. Because I was just in it. And I was like, all right, hopefully it doesn't break 25. And next thing you know, it breaks 25 and winds up going up on the 250. But anyway, space. That's all I got to say. All right. It's true. A lot of my friends had the Codex. I don't trade that crap. All right, let me go help my family. I got to go to a basketball game. But yo, guys, I appreciate my two new friends who showed up and signed up. Welcome to the family. We're growing every day. Once you spend a little time with me, you'll realize you can't live without me or my buddies. You know, now we got a new guy. I brought a guy, one of my best traders. I brought him out of retirement to come help out with us. So he's got a little different feel. We're trying to groom him into the VWAP trader. He's showing us, you know, what he likes to look at as reversionary trading. So we're kind of on the same page. So again, the VWAP, if it's not going to be the only thing you do, let it be at least your guide. And let me show you how it could complement what you do. And again, it took me a couple of years, but now I know nothing else. Stochastics, Bollinger Bands, EMA. I realistically don't even know what I'm looking at. If you put some stuff on the chart, volume profiler, pivot points, Ichiro, Harukura, cloud coverings. I don't know any of that stuff. And that's why today's a day where none of my trades show up. And you know what I did? Pretty much nothing. And I still came out ahead of $1.13. That's right. No, I'm talking about $1.13. I made $1.13 today. $1.13, baby. No, I'm not talking like $1.13. I'm talking like $1, like $1.13. But it could have been worse considering every one of my trades went back down. Oh boy. Joe Dagger, you want to email me right now and I will send you a link. And by the way, where is my man? If you're out there, Biddy Man, come on back. Malice, come back. Buffett Disciple, come back. Aiden, come back. Deb, We're keeping the seat warm for you. Gail, if you're out there, I know you thought I was irrational in 2012, but now we're up 17,000 points since you left. Was I being irresponsible by telling you the market never goes down? But more importantly, Jessica, I won't talk about porn in the website. We don't talk about pornography. Only 1 o'clock on a Thursday and there's nothing going on. What are we going to talk about? Stocks all day? Come on back, everybody, especially you guys with lifetime subscriptions. Come on back, you J-Nug blowing your account up on J-Nug and trying to short. I mean, oh, man. Just trade these VWAP setups. I'm telling you. Forget everything else. Forget what you think. And forget gambling on earnings. Come on. Don't you realize the last 3 I've done, I've lost on? I mean, I got lucky on the Xilinx. What did we do? We lost on the next one, which was the Lam Research. Almost lost on the Microsoft. That turned out to be a miracle move. I needed to go back. And then I'm in RAD right now. This will be, well, this was not a earnings, but it's just overnights and options. It's just let it be on something you're already profitable on. So then when you give money back, it's not so bad. Larry. Yeah. Oh, and I lost on an LB. I mean, it was a shitty day because I had made my day's pay right in the first 2 trades of the day, and all I did was lose $20, lose $30, lose $50, lose $60, lose $40, lose $20, lose $10, and at the end of the day, I still came out ahead. buck 08, buck 18. Woohoo! So, all right, I'm the Warlock at hitthebid.com. I'll send you a link. Come hang out with us, see if you like it. Again, we offer the greatest business model in the world, the greatest. There is no better. There is none higher. Sucker MCs, they call me Sire. There's nothing better than the way we do it. You know why? Because you get to kick the tires, you get to see what we do, you get to see if the trades work. And even if the trades don't work, you do realize we're not stock picking. We're not a stock picking service. We're trading our own accounts, explaining why we like the trade. By default, we're giving you stock picks, but that's not what we want. We want you to learn why these VWAP range breaks work. Why are we looking at multiple time frame VWAPs? Why are we looking at the multiple time frame VWAP on a 3-day chart compared to the 1 minute mixed with the anti-VWAP and the 1 hour VWAP? You'll once you get familiar with all of our time frames and the VWAP, then you understand how much is the cost. We've got the cost is all based on how many months you want to sign up and how hands-on you need me to be. You want to call me once a week and you want trader analysis, it's a whole different thing. You want to hang out with us and just hang out with us, it's a whole different price structure. Check it out on the website. We actually have pricing on the website, small details. I do like talking to everybody individually to, get familiar with what you like, what you've pros and cons of what you've done in the past. Trader analysis is very important. We used to charge, again, at the firm I used to work for, was $1,000. Sorry, 500 bucks. We would charge, not me personally, I didn't own the company, but these guys were charging $500 for a 3-hour session just so they could tell you how stupid you were. That's really what it came down to. We would go over your trades for 3 hours, look at some of the stuff over like a 3-month period. We'd go back and kind of back test what you did. We'd go over psychologically what you might have been thinking. To trade, you should, realistically, depending if you go to a prop trading firm or retail, if you really need, if you have $30,000, then you're your own man. You get everything. You get the free platform generally. They usually waive the data. Hey, what's up, man? They usually waive data fees. They usually waive platform fees, and you get options. If you have over 30 grand, you get level 3 options. You need 50 grand in an account to get approved for everything across the board. But if you're the 5 grand, 10 grand guy, there's places that you get your money and you get it pooled together, or there's offshore places that offer that same type of thing for a very, very limited amount of money. Instead of paying $500 or $600 and having to take tests and be legal, you can go around and there's a gray area that if you have an account in the Bahamas or somewhere else, you can still physically trade United States equities, but your money is being housed in the Bahamas. Therefore, you get around that pattern day trader rule, which is interesting. It's a little bit above my pay grade. I am no longer associated with this stuff. I could point you in a direction of these guys that offer this stuff. I will not vouch for anybody any longer. I only vouch for myself. I know these people, but the days of me saying this is what you want to do are over. I have no vested interest in any of these companies. Obviously, I don't own any of these broker dealerships. I have none of that. All I want to do is teach people how to trade and watch space go to $3,000 a share. And that's it. But I can put you in the place. I could get you in touch with people that do this. And they've been doing it for 15, 20 years. I don't have any reason to think that they're criminals. Again, you never know who the criminal is. And some of the criminals are so good at committing the crime that you don't know they're criminals until it's too late. So, yeah, prop trading, all that shit. But we talk about that stuff on Thursday nights too if you want to join the schmooze. But for now, good night, good luck. Email me. I'll get you a link. Come hang out with us. I'll show you what we do. Rob, you might as well join. You've known me for what, 20 years now? You might as well come in and just join up for life. I'll give you the 20-year grandfather rate. You want to come start hanging out with us? Yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, I never, for me, Marwai. Oh, Marwai. I don't know. Before I go, AMKR. What is AMKR? AMKR. I'll short it tomorrow. AMKR. Any stock over 20%, up 20%, my natural default is I'm going to short it tomorrow. We'll see, but I'll put it on my watch list now. 1350. That's a magic number. Maybe I won't short this one. I probably won't short this one, actually. that looks good. You just were in a downtrend and you just blasted back out of the downtrend. You break, yeah, if you could get over the 14, you're talking something, but no, I just wanted to touch base because I saw a couple of tweets from my buddy Sanglucci. Dude got lit up. Getting hammered in Microsoft, getting hammered short in the market, getting hammered short in Tesla. So I was putting myself out there with a plea, not for me, a plea for some other guys. Because, hey, look, if he wants to blow through that money, I'm trying to get for the guy that's got $5 grand to trade with. Maybe Sanglucci will give you the other 25 grand, get you over the 30,000. So then you could have better access to, software and not have to pay the higher fees and all that stuff. So all that stuff. Oh, I also am in QQQ. I bought March. This was kind of a gamble. Sorry, not a gamble. This is more of it started as a possible lotto play, but now I'm thinking it's almost guaranteed because we never go down, right? So I bought the March 243s because 43 is my lucky number, and it was the first contract. I wanted to go out at least 2 more months. I think the market's going to rally right to April. So I was looking for something under $1, as close to when I think the market's probably going to rally to. So the March 243 QQQ calls, we bought some today at 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 102, 103, 104 at that price, you know. So now they closed at 120. It's already a 20% gain in one day. The stock, if we continue to go up at this pace, these 243s that I paid for, my cost average is basically $1. These are going to be worth probably 14 or 15 bucks by the end of March. A ball, because we never go down. So here's, again, before I go, this is my whole concept of trading. Why not have a long position on with limited risk? You buy yourself 10 243 calls, you're exposed for $1,000, right? You're long the Qs now. So let's say the Qs gap up tomorrow, but you don't want to sell your 243s and the Qs start rolling over. Short the Qs against the position that you're in to offset it. So then if you can make 20 or 30 cents on 1,000 shares of Qs, guess what? Now your cost average for those options is 60 cents. So I'd rather be in some positions and watch them and trade against those positions. That's my thinking right now, because maybe the market doesn't go up for the next, 30, 50 straight days, which I think it's going to. Chances are the market's not going to go up 50 days in a row starting tomorrow. I actually legitimately think we will go up 45 out of the 50 days. But again, I think the market's going to go up all the rest of February and all throughout March, and then maybe first week in May and April. I think we'll get some selling. And again, that's how I'm playing the market right now. I don't think we're selling off until maybe the 8th, 9th, and 10th of April. And by that time, we're going to be, the Q should be at 250. The diamond should be, we should be at 30,150 according to my calculations. And the Q should be around 252. So if I'm right about all that stuff, these options are going to be worth 15 times what I paid for them. Plus, Microsoft's going to be around 220 by then, and so forth and so on. The market never goes down. It's a sick, sick, sick time to be alive. Why do I think so? Oh, I'm just, because I see why. Wait, I should ask you, why don't you think it'll happen? Why do I think the market's going to go up, right? Why do you think it's not? Because if your answer, it's gone up too far, too fast, you're wrong. If you think the market's been rallying for 12 straight years and it's due to crash, you're wrong about that. If you think that this is an unhealthy market that's gone parabolic, you're wrong about that too. To me, this market just started rallying 11 months ago, right? And in October, right? October, and again, this is the best part of the rest of this conversation. I got to go. The market had a correction in October that nobody seems to care about. The market actually had a correction 10 days ago that nobody seems to even talk about. So we've consolidating and we keep breaking out. That's why I still think that the trend is to consolidate and break out, and we'll continue to do that until it's tax. I think money will come out of the market finally in a meaningful way to pay for the taxes from all the gains from 2019. So I think we're going to sell off. I think we might sell off earlier, but if we make it, where's my calendar? If we make it past the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April, I think we sell off the 8th, 9th, and 10th. I think the 10th we crash. How about that? April 10th, hammered. I'm going to say April 10th, worst day of 2020. You heard it first. Third, I'll say the 3rd or the 10th of April will be the worst. One of those days will be the worst day of 2020. How about that for a prediction? Oh, yeah. But Microsoft, I know. But all the rational reasons for the market to go down are done. We are disconnected from reality. There is no rationality here. So now you've got to put on, I don't know what hat you use. We're all fucked. Put on the irrationality hat and enjoy it until it doesn't work anymore. And that's all we can do. There's no way to predict this, even though I will try. Because the virus is already contained. It's never coming to America. And if it does, we'll just blow it up. We'll blow the virus up, right? Just like hurricanes. The next time we have a hurricane, we're just going to nuke the hurricane. I mean, don't tell me that's not going to work until we try it. So, right, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Exactly. We have the wall. We got Space Force. Now you're talking lasers. Lasers were good. But when the market starts to sell off, the thing is, all this bullishness that I'm talking, tomorrow, if the multi-day VWAP gets triggered, I'll be hitting the F1 button instead of the F12 button. And that's it. Then I put the other hat on, and then we put on the, oh my God, the end of the world is here. Let's short the shit out of everything. Because you know why? Because I'm a trader. And I'll tell you right now, my friends, I'll say it loud and I'll say it proud. If I could just get my dad out of those last 3,000 QQQ, I'd be feeling pretty damn good. If he would go to cash, I would be in 100% cash right now, except for space, because I love space and it just broke out. I'm not going to sell a stock that just broke all-time highs, right? I'm not going to sell Microsoft right now. How does Microsoft not go to 200? That's my question right now. It has to go to 200. But you know what? If it breaks back under 182.50, maybe I get out. But right now, I got no reason to think it's not going to 200. And that's it. All you got to do is press the other button twice, right? 20. Just hit the button twice instead. You're scared? You want to sell. And then if you're really scared, hit the button twice and go short. Let me know how it works out. Because it hasn't worked out for me, man. It has not worked out for me, except for on U.S. Steel. And the only reason I made money on U.S. Steel is because I was so freaking pissed off about losing money on the long side that I said, you know what, screw this, I'm just shorting the stock. And I made some money back. So, good luck, my friends. I'm telling you, shorting the market just doesn't work. It's the most dangerous thing you could possibly do with your money right now. Right? I've invested in marijuana, private stocks, and have made a killing. That's good. Because if you're in the publicly traded ones, they're all down 80, 90%. How do you know when is the bear starting to overcome the bulls? Multiple VWAP reversion trades. I have levels on this. I have levels on the market that if they break, the algorithms will kick in and start selling everything. And then all this bullishness, I will be the champion of the shorts. Me and Gregory Mannarino, we'll have a party. I'll fly out to Vegas, and we'll have an imminent crash party with the Gregory Mannarino group over there. Because again, he's been calling for an imminent crash since 2012. Again, he must be one of those guys with an unlimited amount of money to burn, because we haven't sold off really since he's been calling for the imminent crash. I don't know if anybody's watching, but the market's still going up right now. I mean, it doesn't stop at 4 o'clock. It's going straight up. It's still going up Right. The only way the market stops going up is when they shut it off. You got 2 minutes. It's sick. AMD just tacked on 50 cents in the aftermarket. The Q's just tapped on another 38 cents. Apple just went up another 50 cents. We never stop going up, man. We never stop going up. I don't know what his story is. I make fun of him because I've never seen a guy to be that wrong that had that many followers. Here I am calling freaking, and I called the flash crash too. At least I've actually called the flash crash. I've got it documented too. I was saying how the market's due to crash within a couple of days, and I actually got it right. And I nailed the Dow 20,000 call, blah, blah, blah. Who cares at this point? It's about what I do tomorrow anyway, right? I'm a piker bitch. I traded to work today. Yeah, I was in it. You don't want to hear the story. I suck. I bought the breakout, made 50 cents, and I watched it go 4 points after I got out. Yes, it was mortifying. Yeah, just awful. Especially on that one because I was waiting for that move and I just sold into it. All right, 8 o'clock. I'll see you guys. Email me, thewarlock@hitthebid.com. Come experience what we do. And remember, if you do come in and there's nothing going on, it's because we're that good. We're not trading all day. Most of trading is plotting your move, figuring out when you're going to make the move, and then if that move comes, you push the button. So sometimes we are legitimately sitting there doing absolutely nothing except talking the dumbest stuff. And trust me, we talk some dumb stuff in there. Ridiculously stupid things. As well as really funny fun stuff like fishing recipes and guns and all that crazy stuff. All right, I'm keeping the irrational exuberance hat on until further notice. I'll see you guys in the AM. Right, America. That's why the Q's, baby. Everything you just said is in the QQQ. And of course, space. All right. Yeah, email me, man. I'll send you some deets. All right, I got to run. Wish my son go. Oh, did I tell you my son hit a buzzer beater? 2 seconds left, chucked it from half court, got the 3-pointer to win the game. And I wasn't there. I'm never missing a game ever again. All right, I'll see you guys. I'm going to watch my son play basketball. Later.